It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. Hey, I think we're live. Hey, welcome to Synergy Cafe at the World Nerve Center headquarters at my home in Fridley, Minnesota. The World Nerve Center headquarters here in my basement office. So I've got a new guest, and this is exciting. I just connected with her, and she's orchestrating an event that I'm happy to help support and promote. Because for those that don't know, I used to produce the Midwest Health and Wellness Expo back in the 90s, and then also the Healthy Life Expo in 2012, 2013, something like that. And now we've got a conference that's coming up, and her name is Coriene, and her last name is Ploetz or Ploetz. I'm not sure. We'll ask her. So let me go to the green room and get her. 1 second. She's around here somewhere. Hi there, Coriene.
Hi, Brad. I'm so excited. You actually got it right the first time. So it's German. And so when two vowels are connected, you actually enunciate the second vowel. So it's Ploetz. So good job.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very helpful. Now I know. You just kind of flip them around. And nothing wrong with
Yes.
that.
All
It's
right.
kind of like your camera. You can flip it around and then you can read backwards. But does this look right to you?
That does. Yep. I see it. Yep.
We don't know how it's going to show up on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The phrase I was told is when it's German, if two vowels are walking, the second does the talking. So it's kind of fun.
Ooh.
I know. Things you learn, things I learned about my own last name.
That was Vanna White.
Right?
So let's talk about your event. You got first off, congratulations on wanting to birth a new event in the Minneapolis area for the holistic community. That's going to be really good because we all need it.
Right.
How did the idea come up?
Okay, so it started with me as when I was in February, I became a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner intern. And as an intern, you need to have 25 sessions with 25 individuals, and each session averages about 5 hours long. So I reached out to every intern in Minnesota to see if they would swap with me. And in talking with other QHHT interns, we were all like, our learning is online and there is forums, but we didn't have a place to connect with one another informally or in person. And so then we started talking about, hey, let's develop this conference. And then I had started talking with Nia Claire, who she does channeling events at my brick and mortar store, at Healing House Energy Spa here in Plymouth, Minnesota. And I said, hey, would you like to speak at this? And then I reached out to Kelly Wagner from The Edge magazine, asked her the same, and then Shar Savoy from Metamorphosis Connections, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. And then things kind of happened, and we decided to pivot and expand it to all holistic practitioners in the area. So that was the birth of it. And I had already had a date for June 23rd. And as things were pivoting, I'm like, I don't know, because this idea was starting to happen like at the end of April. And so this is very short amount of time, but we're making it happen. And it's wonderful. And we want to keep offering it. So, yeah.
Well, here's the domain name for anybody who wants to learn more about it. Just go directly there. It's Holistic Business Conference. And what's cool about that is it's not Minneapolis. It's got the ability to expand globally because it's sort of a generic kind of thing. And I think it's really important that people get together in person because you get on these little chats.
Yep.
And you don't really get to meet the person. I just got done doing a retreat in Costa Rica, not producing it, but participating. And I met a lot of cool people, and we started a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I can't connect with the people on WhatsApp. If I could do video like this, it'd be great. But it'd be really cool if we could get together in person, and that's what makes a difference. So I commend you for doing that.
Thank you.
It's not easy to get an event going these days, but I think it's okay just to start it like you did, because I use analogies a lot. And if you were to conceive a child, it doesn't take long to get that done.
Right.
It's time for it to birth and grow, mature, and it takes some time.
Right.
So people got to realize that they can't expect that, oh, this is going to be the big giant, unless you're someone like Prince, when he died, he did a big party the next day.
Right, right, exactly.
So it takes
Well,
time.
and that's the thing when I talk. So I've had it where the exhibitors that are coming in, it's been invite only, because I wanted to be able to have that conversation with each person that I want to invite into the space, and have them share in the the concept, the vision of what this is, and to make sure that people that are exhibiting understand that this is to be connecting with others, to uplift one another, and to help one another put on their business cap, right? Because I think a lot of us in the holistic fields, a lot of us that are considered light workers, or even like I started out as social worker and mental health therapist, there's this struggle of putting on our business mind when we often lead with our heart, and then we struggle with like how, undervaluing our services and things like that. So this is different because a lot of us in this field, when we think expos or conferences, we think, oh, I'm going to have my table and I'm going to offer like a tarot reading or a psychic medium reading. And it's like, well, there's a lot of us who are very business savvy that or that have like space to rent, or that teaches classes, teaches people how to do what they do. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm also trying to get people to connect, to think about how can we merge some of our skill sets and have an offering at your studio, or you have an offering at mine, where we are doing this together, and not feeling like we're always alone and just sitting in our little table, if that makes sense.
That's why I call this Synergy Cafe. It's like 1 + 1 = 11. And that's why I've
Right.
got the Synergy Collaborative. It's
Mm-hmm.
all working together instead of trying to beat your competition.
Right.
Like
Right.
some people might do on the side, they might do feng shui, or they might do the Reiki, or
Yep.
do this or that or the other thing, and then in reality they work at some job that they hate because they need to make ends meet, and they don't
Right.
realize that you could be making a living doing what you're doing, because
Right.
for some reason the holistic spiritual community doesn't really build their big church, big congregation like the mega churches do. So it
Right.
can be
Right.
fun if we all get together and work together at it. So that's kind of what you're launching here, could end up being a giant thing if
Yeah.
everybody works together. And I've got a background in the trade show industry. I've been doing it since about
Mhm.
1986 was my first experience of a trade show. And sometimes if people that are vendors, they don't invite their customers because they're afraid that, oh, what if someone else comes in and I lose my customer to my competitor?
Right.
What
Right.
if you didn't invite somebody and somebody else did? How are you going
Mm.
to look at your customer now?
Right.
So you
Right.
should, so anybody that's thinking about being a vendor, they should promote this out to their network of people and fill that room and then share the love.
Absolutely. And I will say, I do recommend for everyone, if you would like to connect with me on LinkedIn, because every day, most every day, I think I might have missed one or two, I've had a post about the how to collaborate with others, how to do the networking, navigating, the fear of stepping on toes, navigating through the downfalls of gatekeeping, navigating how you can collaborate with someone in an authentic way without it being self-serving. That when you are in there authentically to lift someone else up, that you will be lifted up as well. And that when you are not self-serving, when you are authentic, it really helps the whole community. And I'll say real quick, because I'm going to say this idea that popped in my head when you were talking about people, kind of quitting their jobs to do this full time. One of the fears is, well, how am I going to have health insurance? And maybe if we continue collaborating and building together, maybe we could build together a health insurance plan for light workers.
I love your thinking. I don't know why people don't think that. There's enough people out there that are doing holistic type practices. If you all get together, and share in resources, you'll be able to
Yeah.
start a group health plan.
Right.
I also want to put it out that I'm open to talking to anybody if they want to connect with me. This is my personal website. My phone number's on there if they've got some things they want to think about. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people, they try and, oh, I don't know how to do a video, or I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I know how to change the oil in my car, but I don't do it anymore.
Right.
Outsourcing it, learn how
Hmm.
to outsource. And it's not always about, can I afford it? It's
Right.
possible that maybe you pet sit their dog for a weekend and they will do it for you. So there's the barter possibility.
Oh,
And then
absolutely.
there's people that just, sometimes it's really easy to do certain things and you just don't know how to navigate through this weird technology stuff that confuses the hell out of me. But if you talk to
Hmm.
the right person, they go, oh, that's up in the upper right. It's a little green button. All you got to do is click it.
Right. Right. And it's
So
like, and these opportunities are, like you said, so there's another business that I'm setting up outside that's going to support my brick and mortar, so the Healing House Energy Spa, and it's like a crystal app and then a software company, and it's how to help a lot of light workers if that might have like mobile app ideas that don't know how they can make that come to fruition. And it's like, okay, how do we help you? Again, it's like the consulting and then how you can make that happen.
mhm.
And you talk about bartering. I've been talking with people that are light workers, tarot readers, mediums, that their day jobs might be in marketing, might be in advertising. And then we're talking about, I'm asking, well, compensation. They're like, you know what? I'm not good at self care. So, how about you share some Reiki and I will give you some tips? There are so many ways that we can lift up one another. Or, I had the reason why we have a website for this is that Matt Hankerson from Sacred Identity Studio, he's like, hey, do you have a website? I'm like, nope, don't have the budget for that. He's like, I will put that together if you let me have a table for free or reduced rate. And so he's going to be there. He focuses on web development for people who are light workers. And the other thing is that sometimes when we're in the metaphysical or holistic realm, some of us can get taken advantage of, or people in the business world don't understand us, and then our ideas get disregarded, and we don't get the attention or the authentic, or we're not treated with integrity, right? And
Well,
so,
I see oftentimes people are talking about this and they're using a language that your mainstream person doesn't understand. Like,
right,
we do understand like aspirin and vitamins and
right,
things like that. We understand what Tylenol is because you go to the grocery store and you see Advil and you see all these
hmm,
pharmaceutical things that
right,
maybe there's some leaf out in the woods somewhere that you grab and you chew it up and all of a sudden you feel better. So there's
right.
a lot of natural type of products and services. And I'm sort of anti big pharma, like a lot of people are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, yes, there are some situations where you might have to use something else for healing to make that immediate impact.
Right.
But if you really think about a lot of this stuff, is if the stuff that they actually did actually healed, they'd be out of business. And that's kind of our job as healers, is to not have to do this.
Right. Exactly. I've been on this journey, a altered health journey since April, utilizing doTERRA essential oils
Mhm.
and food to eliminate like 4 different medications. Like, I'm off of all like big pharma medications because I am healing through food, and I'm healing through these, essential oils and herbs, and it's amazing. And I don't know if I would have been ready for this space if I didn't also have experienced 7 quantum healing hypnosis sessions myself.
Mhm.
It's like there's all like, where are you at? And having these conversations with people with one another about, okay, where am I at today? Where do I want to be? What's blocking me? And how can we help one another to transform?
Well, I
Right?
think that's going to be another good thing for this conference is to bring in the a lot of different people that have questions about it. Because you mentioned hypnosis. I've got a magic background. That's where the MagicBrad brand comes from.
Yeah, yeah.
So about hypnosis, some people think, oh, that's a power thing, and they can make you cluck like a chicken and all that stuff. And it's
Right,
really not that kind of thing where they just put a little spirally thing in your eyes and all of a sudden you're,
right,
it's
right.
not that. It's really more of a sort of a self-talk type of thing, getting at a subconscious level,
Yep,
because that's where a lot of
exactly.
that stuff is hidden. And we could do future videos about
Oh,
this kind of stuff too. I'd love to talk and maybe interview
I
some of your
love it.
vendors and stuff. That would be
Yeah.
fun to do.
Well, and I love that you're going to have a table there as well,
Mhm.
at this event, because I think that you have a wonderful platform that will allow people to get their story out. And then, like I said, we also have Metamorphosis Connections, and we have the Edge magazine will be there, and then we have a couple of light worker coaches that will be there, and it's just a lot. Top Line Credit Union is planning on being there as well,
Good.
and it's like, again, they're going to help people think about, the business side of things. How do you promote yourself? How do you get the word out? And then also, how do you maintain a healthy lifestyle and self-care for yourself? And then, are there other modalities you want to incorporate in your holistic business?
Now, about the event, I don't want to make this like a time limited video. I want this
Sure.
to go on forever. So we know that we want this thing to keep on going. But for
Right.
this specific inaugural event, what's
Yeah.
the date and the place and the time so that people
Yeah.
know it's coming up?
Thank you. Yep. So it is going to be held on Sunday, June 23rd at Embassy Suites in Brooklyn Center. And registration begins or check-in begins at 8:30, and then the program begins at 9, and it goes until 5 o'clock.
The Embassy Suites, that's over by Earl Brown Heritage Center, right?
I believe so. It's off of, I think,
Shingle Creek.
94 and Shingle Creek
Yep.
Parkway.
Yep.
Yep.
They're actually
Absolutely.
connected, the two.
Yeah.
I used to
Okay.
do my events at Earl Brown. In fact, that's where
Oh, wonderful.
the Edge Life Expo used to be at Earl Brown years ago.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
and I
probably
will
in a
tell
good
you,
vortex there.
right? Exactly. And it's interesting, speaking on, the light worker kind of side of things. I had gotten a message of it needed to be off of the highway, which that one was, and it had to be in Brooklyn Center, which it is. And then I looked at the map, and that this is the place that I was directed to. And so, I mean, I utilized a pendulum. I listened to my subconscious. I had asked a question of Nia Claire during trance, during one of her channeling events, that confirmed. And so I had all the energy or universal messages confirming this is the where I needed to hold this. So yeah.
Well, after this, why don't we stay on for a little while? Let's have a little
Perfect.
confab about possible ways to leverage it.
Absolutely.
It seems like
Love it.
it's sort of a planting of a seed for something that's going to grow much bigger.
I'm hoping. Yep, that's the plan.
So I like to keep these videos kind of like 20 minutes ish so
Yeah,
that you can
perfect.
consume it all. Those 4 hour Joe Rogan videos, I can't handle them.
All right. I know.
So is there anything else you want to share maybe about your business or your other ventures or the people that are supporting it and give them a shout out?
Yeah.
And this is the
Just
place to get
again,
it.
we've got a lot of wonderful speakers. Stephen Peltier is going to, from Door to Door Chiropractic, is going to be our keynote speaker. I already mentioned our other three speakers, Nia Claire, Kelly Wagner, and Shar Savoy. And then Master Pachi Lee from Felithi Healing is going to do the opening and commencing blessings for the event. All of our exhibitors or vendors will be in the conference space with us. And the ticket includes a box lunch, so that we can have everyone still there, encouraging continued conversations. So it's really thought out to have us all together. I have space for 3 more vendors if anyone is thinking like, hey, I might want a table. And I think I have 50 tickets left. So there is space if you want to participate. Just go to the website to sign up. If you're thinking about, hey, I might want to be an exhibitor, you can just use the contact form and then reach out to me, and then we can have a discussion about what that looks like.
And is that information also on the website?
It all is on that website there.
Well, maybe I can do a broadcast out to my email network as well.
That'd be great.
And stuff on there. Well, let's
Thank
talk
you.
about that too.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Wonderful. So we got for 20 minutes and 28 seconds. So that's good enough. Let me put you in the green room, and we switched all the stuff. It's got new digital hors d'oeuvres in there. So go to help yourself.
Ooh, yum. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Coriene. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Don't go away. I'm going to talk to you after.
I won't.
Well, there you have it. This is exciting to me, this holistic business conference. We've needed something like this. I remember the Edge Life Expo used to happen, and it no longer does because Gary Beckman had passed away, and he was like the focal point for that event. And he passed on the Edge to some other people who's going to be at this event. So there you have it. So peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be nice. Did I say be nice? I did. I want you to be nice. Be nice. See ya. Bye.